Yes, sir. To another episode of the Hoodie Headband podcast show. I'm your co-host, Bryce Warner.
I'm your co-host, Tariq down.
Tariq, how you doing, boy?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I can't complain.
Oh shoot! Oh, keep talking.
Normal week, work, hang out with the family, hang out with anything. I guess I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. Transfer portal was crazy, so excited right about
Crazy.
that. WNBA draft was yesterday. Wrote a little bit about that. Well, wrote about Katie Jones, but playing tournament is right now. We are currently losing by 20 to the Atlanta Hawks. So love that for us. But yeah, man, it's getting to that time of the year where everything kind of turns up. It's playoff time, WNBA season's rolling around. So it's war season. So I'm excited. How about you, bro?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. Yeah, getting back in shape, getting back in the gym, eating right. Getting to it, man. Yeah, just been working hard. As we mentioned, a lot of things have happened since last time we've been on this pod. Transfer portal news, WNBA draft, playing games on now. It's a good time. It's a good time to tune into some basketball. Good time to tune into us because we're here to talk about it. Matter of fact, let's get into it. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody that supported us and been supporting us the last couple of weeks. Definitely shout out to y'all. I know our Final Four episode did numbers. Well, the Final Four preview episode did numbers. I mean, last couple episodes been doing numbers. Shout out to Larry June. I don't know if I'm saying shout out to Larry June, but doing numbers. Word of Larry June. Yeah, there we go. Word of Larry June. We've been doing numbers. But yeah, it's been a good couple weeks, man. We putting more people on to the women's side of the game, getting more eyes on there, and the game is just growing tremendously, man. I mean, we had the draft this past week, or yesterday, 2 days ago that you're listening and watching this. Had the draft a couple days ago. It's the most viewed draft since 2004. I love it. Wasn't the draft? Man, the draft used to only be on they used to put the draft on ESPN too. I feel like they didn't used to really play the draft on ESPN like that. But
I mean, they rushed them out of there now, so they might as well.
Oh yeah, no, they was just like, yo, call these names out, whatever. It's like when you got graduation, and it gets to a point to where it's like, yeah, 300 hands on here. We got 125. We need to pick this up.
Yeah.
We don't hit the H's. We need to keep it going. I ain't gonna lie, Tariq's graduation was long.
Yeah, we had.
We might have 500 kids.
I said we had 500 or 600 in our graduating class, and that ain't even counting the people that dropped out and didn't work the stage. So
dang,
could have been even more.
Yeah, no, my graduation class wasn't that big. It was 350 or something like that.
I was gonna say it was 300.
We was in and out in an hour. They got us out of there. I was like, yeah, and it was in the morning. I was like, yeah.
It was quick.
No, they did try to rush through the WNBA draft, whatever. They had a lot of Jokic picks.
Holly has to be stopped. Also,
you said Holly has to stop?
She has to be stopped.
Yo, yeah, facts.
Terrible. Just terrible journalism.
I'm trying to think of what interview it was. I'm just like, damn, Holly. I think it might have been anxiety. Was it? That's what it was. It was
the Brea Beal.
Brea Beal one. And she just kept asking her hard hitting questions, just touchy questions. I'm just like,
she asked her about her mental health. She clearly got choked up. She asked her another question about her mental health. She got choked up and she started crying, and she asked her another question about it. And then shaded her offense. She shaded her offensive scoring twice. In the wraparound in the beginning, she was like, "Yeah, Brea Beal's known for her defense, but she's gonna bring some offense too, right?" question mark. I'm like, damn.
And then she was like, yeah, only other person that like then brought up her high school stuff. It was like only other person to top her in scoring in the state of Illinois is Candace Parker,
So
which
you
is a
can't
huge
score,
company
right?
for sure.
She said, so you can't score. So you're gonna show us that, right? Again, like why? And then every single person that got drafted, what does your family mean to you? How much did they sacrifice for you to get to this moment? Damn! It's not about them.
Oh
It's
man,
literally not about them.
Well, we can't borrow Malika Andrews for a day, man.
Fuck no. We can do that shit too. We don't want her. Andrea Carter. Stop. Don't bring no non-W ass motherfucker over to the W.
Oh man.
Malika be fake
bro.
for the W. Don't do that. Malika be fake for the W. Don't do that. If she really want, no,
Malika don't
no.
do the trauma stuff like Holly does.
Yes, she do. Bro, she done plenty of NBA drafts where she's done the same shit. They do it at every draft, but Holly walking around and doing that shit is crazy.
Mm.
And that's
they need us. They need us. All right, they need us. I'm just gonna say they need us. I'm
gonna
go say that.
Like, how do you feel about going to Minnesota? I know it's cold as shit out there.
They're like, oh, I'm about to get cold in Minnesota, Brea. You ready? Get cold like Minnesota.
Don't do that. Don't do that. They gonna be tweeting about us like Holly. Get these niggas off.
I'm gonna just be like I don't know. I'm gonna be like a crossover between like Stuart Scott and L. Duncan, and with my puns. I'm gonna come through with the hip hop puns, you know. But it's like, I'm gonna have that Stuart Scott flair to it, you know. Rest in peace to the legend Stuart Scott.
The GOAT.
Big inspiration why I do this today. But anyways, yeah, WNBA draft. We had what in the world? I can't even read my handwriting. Yeah, Leah Boston got number 1 to the Indiana Fever. That was predicted.
No brainer.
Expected. No brainer.
After that,
good job to the Fever on that one. Good job. You didn't mess it up. Good job. Not saying they messed up draft picks. Like you literally can't mess that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, then you got number 2. Now Tariq. We both had thoughts about who would be number 2 in this draft.
I mean, I can see why they went in that direction.
Oh yeah. I mean, we both said it was either this or that for number 2.
I just don't like I don't like the way that they try to like make it seem like Haley just can't shoot the fucking ball, which is just not true. Like if Diamond Miller had to play the role that Haley Jones was playing, her shooting would struggle too, but she didn't. She had point guards.
Yeah.
Last year there was no point guards for Stanford. This year the point guards were inexperienced, so she was still basically the point guard. Like Diamond Miller had Abby Myers. Last year she had Ashley Wilson. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like Diamond Miller didn't shoot great from the 3. So why are we acting like fucking Haley
shooting
Jones
is the deciding factor for this?
But
you got a national champion that was most outstanding player in the national champion. Multiple time All-American. Dropping to what, 6? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Dropping to 6?
I love
They gonna pay for it.
I love Lou. But Lou going before her is crazy. Lou going before Haley Jones is crazy. It's crazy.
They gonna pay for it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Lou Lopez, Seneschal. But Haley Jones at 6.
Crazy.
Like my thought was okay. 2 came around. Diamond Miller got picked. 3 came around. Maddie Seegers got picked. I'm like, all right, cool. She gonna go 4. No. She can go 5. No. And then I didn't get to watch the draft live. Like I didn't get to sit down, tune in, whatever. I'm just looking at the recap. I'm like, dang, Haley ain't get picked yet. I look up, she get picked. I was like, wow. And I'm like, wow, some more. Can she get the team up with Ron Howard, the reigning Rookie of the Year? Great. To play Dez by Migos. W's in trouble.
Nigga do this shit every time. Play Dez by Migos. Why?
Cause the W's in trouble. The W's in trouble.
Yet.
The W's in trouble. The W's in trouble. I'm surprised you're not more hyped about this.
I mean, I was waiting. I was letting you get the ISO.
Oh, you let me ISO. All right.
You seem like you have
I'm
a lot to
passing
say.
you back the rock. I'm passing you back the rock. I'm passing you back the rock.
No, I was letting you get your ISO.
I'm passing you back the rock. But how do you feel about Haley Jones falling to 6 after we had her projected as top 3? And arguably the second best prospect in this draft?
I find it interesting. I can see why Minnesota went Diamond Miller. They need a flat out scorer. And I guess Diamond Miller does that. One thing, I guess she does do that. Mm-hmm. And you can play her next to Fee, which you could play Haley Jones next to Fee, but say what you want. Maddie Segrist, I could see why. I could also question the fit. Like, Dallas doesn't really need more scoring.
Yeah.
They need more facilitating, more defense. They damn sure don't need another post, which they traded for in this draft. And I have questions about the Mystics saying and ESPN and the Mystics saying they don't need anything. Because the last time I checked, y'all ain't got 5 All-Stars in y'all starting lineup.
Exactly.
And Elena Deladon has been unhealthy for the last 2-3 seasons.
Exactly.
So y'all banking on everybody on your team being healthy and not having any issues at all is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Not saying that, and I've been big on the Mystics for the last 2 seasons. I've had 2 separate articles, 2 separate seasons about if they're healthy, they're a problem. But they can't.
My boy's about to buy season tickets.
I was going to. No, he still might. But it wasn't even my idea. It was Jordan's. But them taking Stephanie Suarez and then immediately trading her to Dallas because they didn't need anything. Now getting into the 2025 draft.
2025 picks.
Yeah, they get one 2025 and they get second round in 2024.
They get second round 2024?
Yeah. Ooh. Which is still good because that's a very, very deep draft.
I like that.
Even if some of the top players decide to play a 5th year, that's still a really deep draft because you got to think about the players that should have gone in this year that opted out.
That are and they're gonna be in
Celeste Taylor. So Celeste Taylor,
Harborn.
Yeah, fucking Kitley, like all those players can still be there in the second round when you come around to pick. And then Dallas got another pick. They had 3 and 5, and they went Lou Lopez himself. So they went another scorer. This one particularly a shooter. With, I mean, I guess you can never have. I mean, yes, you can't have too much scoring because if you have selfish players, then it's not going to help you at all. But going another shooter and scorer when you kind of need some type of facilitation, it's just kind of crazy to me. I mean, Marina Mabry's no longer there. Ty Harris is no longer there. So you kind of need some point guard player or a player that can play make, and they chose to go in the opposite direction. Atlanta came up back to within 3 picks. They got Haley Jones with the 6th pick. Indiana took Grace Berger. And then Letitia Amahir came around, and the Dream snagged her, which is 2 players that are very 2 versatile players who can score when need be, can rebound, can bring the ball down the court, can run the offense. You can't get that type of versatility a whole lot, and Atlanta might have gotten the 2 most versatile players in the draft, and
like
not
they
back
wanted
to back,
too.
but in consecutive picks. I mean, I would argue that those are the 2 most versatile players in the draft. Like, you can play Haley Jones 1 through possibly 4. It depends. Like you can mix and match her on the court. You can do the same with Letitia Amahir. You can play her at the 1. You can play her at the 4. May be able to make tournament against the fives if they're smaller fives, like a walk or something like that. So I like the Dreams draft. They also got Leah Brown in the second round, which is good to get to bring in another shooter for the Dream, which the Dream kind of needed. They were kind of missing a little bit last year. The Dream went, or the Wings went very scoring heavy. They did go Abby Myers, who's a point guard. She didn't have a whole lot of assists, but she also wasn't very like ball dominant as a point guard. But she can score. She can shoot the ball at a high level. So Abby Myers can be hopefully what Marina Mabry was, not right away, but in time. And then they went. Let's see who they go after. Then they went Ashley Jones when I made a joke beforehand that they were going to go Ashley Jones at the end of the first round. So why not add another score? So they added another score. So really, they added 4 scores in their draft, which is not a bad thing. It's just if you don't have a plan, then it looks kind of crazy. Dorka went in the second round. I like the Lynx draft in this. I like the way that they drafted. I like them getting Diamond Miller. I like them getting Dorka. And they got Brea Beal at pick number 24.
Which is absurd.
Crazy.
Dog. I don't know why I thought all 4 of them would have been winning the first round. But then again, I don't know. I felt like Brea probably would have slipped to the second round, but not as far as she slipped to the second round. That's insane. I was like, damn, I'm missing something. Did they pick Brea Beal yet? Like, did I miss it? Because there's no way that she got picked 24th in this draft. Like, Brea Beal has a pro game. I feel like she's gonna be around for a good while because of her defense. Defense is valued. You see Brittany Sykes. You see what she's doing in the dub.
Yeah.
Defense on the perimeter is valued in today's game. It might not seem like it is, but it definitely is. I do like the pick. I do like that she's going to Minnesota. About to get cold in Minnesota. If it's not already. I'm sorry. Listen. It's gonna get cold in Minnesota because when people gotta match up against Brea Beal, they gonna be cold. Squeeze emoji on their foot. Brea Beal smiling, clamping them up. It's cold in Minnesota.
Bro, you said that one more time. You're doing the pod by yourself.
I'm sorry, man.
It's 2023. No way saying that shit no more.
Man, that's a classic song, man. Put some respect on Lil Bo.
Classic is a fucking stretch.
You wasn't outside 2016.
Don't fucking play with me, bro.
You wasn't outside 2016. Just say that.
Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me.
Outside 2016. Just say that, man.
Nigga, you was not outside in 2016.
I definitely was outside in 2016.
What do you count as outside? Because you wasn't doing nothing crazy. What?
Parties after work.
That's cap.
What you mean that's cap?
That's cap.
That's some of my junior year. I was at cookout during the daytime. I was at a party during the nighttime. Man, ask a song. A song used to bump that all the time.
That's not a classic.
Play by Cardi.
That's not a classic.
Come on, man. Summer 16, man. Anyways, man.
Not a classic.
Back to the topic at hand.
You bringing this shit up?
All I said was it's gonna get cold in Minnesota because people gonna be cold when they got Brea Beal guarding.
85 times. Nobody need to hear that shit more than once. Damn.
You gonna hear it? Listen, when Brea Beal lock somebody down, you gonna hear it.
No, I'm not.
You gonna put me on mute?
Yeah.
Anyways, continue, bro. Continue, man. Continue.
I like
the freshies got drafted.
Yeah.
And well, is Victoria Saxon part of that freshies group? Is she considered that?
Because she was a 5th year. She was a 5th year.
5th year. Okay. But South Carolina had 5 players you drafted yesterday. First since Notre Dame in 2019.
They was hoping that Kier was gonna get drafted, and I ain't gonna lie, I did not know she had opted into the WNBA draft.
I seen that she did. I think, yeah.
I was like, She was eligible. I mean, not like she not like there like even like Monica Zanano. Like I didn't know she was like I didn't know she was
Yeah.
eligible to be drafted. Like there were
She
some
got
names
drafted
in that
second round?
third round, I think.
Third
There was
round.
some names that
Okay.
popped. There was some names that popped up, and I was like, oh, like Destiny Harden. Like I didn't even. These are names that I didn't really think of. Like Ash
Destiny Harden
Prechtel.
got picked, what, third round? What was that, pick
Like
27, I think?
Ashton Prechtel. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Like I did not know that she was putting her. Like I don't. I just assumed some players they just like they're done with basketball and they do their thing. But like Brittany Davis being our one pick, the Aces
I'm
one
about to say
pick.
R.
You heard what I said. You heard what I said.
R.
You heard what I said. What team Candace Parker play for?
Vegas Aces. My Las Vegas.
All right
Aces.
then. No. My
Las Vegas.
Whatever team
What's
Candace.
that jersey behind you, Tariq? Jersey behind you, sir.
It's a Candace Parker jersey.
What's on the front of it?
It's a Candace Parker jersey.
What's on the front of it, sir?
It's a Candace
What's
Parker jersey.
What's on the front of it, sir?
If anybody gonna talk about somebody changing teams, it's damn sure not you. It's damn sure not you.
That's fair.
Where your Celtics jerseys go?
I don't know. I ain't know I ever had one.
Nah, stop the cap. That boy had a whole Rondo jersey. Stop.
This is news to me.
Stop the cap.
Move forward, bro. Move forward. All right. Pray Gunther. What's the Spanish for question? For those that didn't do well in Spanish class.
I was about to say. I said I was about to say don't disrespect me. I knew that, but you said.
I said for those that didn't do well in Spanish, not for you, for those. Yes. But yeah, Pregunta. Looking at the draft, looking at players that were selected by and the teams that are selected, who do you think has outside of maybe like top six, whatever, right? Top six picks. Gotta include Haley. Outside of the top six picks. Well, maybe no, include anybody, include on draft class. Who do you think has the best opportunity or has a good opportunity to contribute to the team right away and be like a impact player?
I think Diamond Miller will probably, if not start right away, will be like the first player off the bench. I would be shocked if she's not. I mean, you're rebuilding. You're not looking to win a championship this year, so play your second pick. I would say the same for Indiana. They did a really good job last year playing all their young players. So I would expect Aaliyah Boston to step into the starting lineup right away. She's playing with Alyssa Smith. They're gonna have to navigate post ups and stuff like that. Like they both can step out and shoot the three. They both can step out and shoot the mid range. They're gonna have to work out their chemistry as a duo. And then they gotta figure out who they're playing at the wings and who's the point guard. I mean, Erica Wheeler is there, so she'll probably be the point guard. Which I think is good. You have a veteran presence. And I think she'll play a bit of a different role this year. Hopefully she's playing more of a like I'm gonna get everybody theirs role and she could end up being like leading the league in assists, something like that. And then you had Henny coming off the bench. Do the same thing. For some players I don't really know where the role is right away.
Yeah.
If I could see the role, then I'm like, okay, I can see it. Like Maddie Segrist and Lou Lopez, like, do they have minutes right away? I feel like Maddie could find some minutes right away. Lou, on the other hand, I'm not sure about. I don't think Abby Myers finds minutes right away. But a player that for sure is gonna find minutes right away is Jordan Horston in Seattle. She's gonna be if not starting, she's gonna be one of the first players off the bench. She's gonna have more than enough opportunity to get hers and to improve her game as the season goes on. She didn't shoot it super efficiently in college, but it's very close quarters. There's no 3 seconds, which is going to help a lot of players. Or there's 3 seconds in the key, so people can't just stand in the paint and keep you from doing what you want to do. I like her next to Joel Lloyd. I like her. Spelling Joel Lloyd. I like all the different things that there's possibilities of her doing. I want to say she's 6'2", so She can play the 3, she can play the 1, she can play the 2. I don't know exactly what Zaya Cook's role will be yet, but I think she could end up playing maybe not like beginning of the season, but like middle to the end. She could end up having a big role. I think a player like Brea Beal got drafted 24th, but I think like the way that the links are set up, she could have a pretty good role on this team.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably the steal of this draft. 24. Yeah. Like you're gonna look back on this a couple years from now and be like, why is Brea Beal drafted 24? We're saying it now. We're definitely gonna say it in a couple years.
Yeah. Same as Dorka. If Dorka makes the team, I would assume that she's gonna get some minutes. Now again, this is the W, so you never know. Like half of these, I mean, some of these players that are on this list are not even gonna get to play a game, which is unfortunate. Some players will, sit on the bench like an Ashley Jones. How does she work out? Does she make the Dallas Wings roster? Because they have, I think as of today, they have 16 players. And you could say like, oh, Charlie Collier will get cut. And
I bet you 8 of them are bigs. Let me stop.
You're not wrong. I mean, Izzy Harrison left, so that takes away 1. But
yeah.
Elena Sinecki, I don't know if she makes the roster for the Mystics, but they did need a guard. I know they Kristen Williams will be back this year after tearing her ACL before the season.
Yep.
Avina Westbrook got a training camp deal, so she'll be back. And that was 2 other young guards. And Mike Tebow is one of those guys that if he has a player that he likes, he's probably going to keep them around. Alexis Morris, I think will make the team for Connecticut. Even though she was a 2nd round pick, I think she ends up making the team. And they lost Jasmine Thomas, and they really only have they do have Letitia Heidemann as a starter, and they have what's the girl name, Nia Clouden from last year.
Yeah.
So she'll kind of be battling out with her. Maybe it could be the 3rd string point guard if they have enough space. Because Connecticut didn't have a 1st round pick, so their only pick was Alexis Morris. So if they can find a spot for her, I think she can end up, having a role. And again, for the Fever, they got Taylor Mikesell and LaDasia Williams in the 2nd round. So they ended up drafting 4 players. And looking at the roster, there are a lot of players. So it's not a given that these players make the team. But if they do, I could see a player like Taylor Mikesell making, some noise because she brings shooting that the Fever were missing last year. A lot of the reasons that they had good players, but they weren't shooting the ball at a high level. So, there's players like Christy Wallace. Okay, so the roster right now is LaDasia Williams, Erica Wheeler, Christy Wallace, Victoria Vivian, Alyssa Smith, Victoria Saxton, Chelsea Perry, Kelsey Mitchell, Taylor Mikesell, Lexi Hull, Destiny Henderson, Bernadette Hayter, Emily Inkster, Queen Agbo, Renaya Davis, Emma Cannon, Maya Caldwell, Leah Boston, Grace Burger. That's like, I didn't count, but that's probably like 17-ish players. So a player like Renaya Davis, who's been cut a bunch of times, unfortunately, does she make the team? Does Bernadette Hayter make the team now that they drafted Saxton and obviously they drafted Leah Boston? Maya Caldwell was picked up in the summer. And McCannon, does she stay on the roster? Do they go youth? I would say go youth. No disrespect to Emma Cannon, even though she's only been in the league 4 years. She's still an older player. So if you want to go up, if you want to go potential and upside, you would go in the other direction, which makes sense to me. And that's no disrespect to her at all. It's just it makes more sense to go in the direction of youth. So that doesn't mean all of the players that were drafted, that doesn't mean LaDasia Williams and Victoria Saxton both make the team. Because that would leave not a lot. Like in Chelsea Perry, does she stay on the team? Which she's not an old player at all. She's young as well. But that's the rough part about the WNBA draft is you can look at a team like, oh yeah, they can help, but they may not make the roster. So we're basing this off the possibility of them playing on the team. And then even then, there are coaches that don't want to play young players, so they end up just sitting on the bench. and then they end up cutting them 2-3 years down the line because they never played them and they don't know what they had. So then you see players like Megan Gustafson or Lauren Cox like making teams down, like playing on teams and playing a good role down the line because they can't actually play in the sleep, but the other team didn't play them, so they didn't see. So we'll see what teams keep on their roster, but for the moment, it's all just based off of what we think will happen. We don't know for sure who's gonna be on a roster, who's gonna make an impact based off of playing time, because it's not like other leagues where when you get drafted high or when you get drafted in the first or second round, you're at least gonna get minutes. You're at least gonna get playing time. That's not a for sure in the W because most teams have already got 11 players. So if you bring in 2 players, you're battling for a roster spot. So
yeah, there's no sense of job security really with the W. I mean, in terms of like top 5 picks or whatever, but I mean we've seen top 5 picks get cut mid-season, not play a lot.
I mean, freaking Chelsea Dungy was what, a top 5, top 6, 7 pick together a couple years ago, and she got
Kaiser's not even in the league no more.
Kaiser was what, number 4?
She was what, 4? Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't play a lot that year in her not freshman. They didn't play a lot in her rookie year. Thing. Ended up getting cut. Yeah. I mean, I know she's had some outside issues as well, but still, it's like they didn't really like the time she was on the court wasn't a lot, and she didn't get really a chance really to like be something for that team, Yeah, we just see it a lot in the W, and this is why I think of why they probably could benefit from something like some type of G League, some type of development league, something for the young players. Like partner with AU. Like y'all hiring people from AU, y'all might as well incorporate AU in the W. I mean, I know it's an off-season thing, and half of the people that play in AU are WNBA athletes, but it needs to be something for these young women that are coming into this league because they needed time to develop. They don't have the same time that their male counterparts have. NBA, you got kids playing college. Kids are resting, all right? Kids that just got done playing in an NCAA tournament are chilling. Top prospects, chilling right now, except Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama is the only person playing basketball right now. That's an NBA draft prospect. Everybody else, chilling, rehabbing, getting prepared for the draft workouts, whatever. Getting ready for the combine that's going to be in a couple weeks, couple months, whatever. Drafting until what? Late June? Mid-late June or whatever? And then they got Summer League in July? And then after that, they ain't got training camp till like mid-October? Late September, mid-October? Granted, the NBA is bigger and has a longer season and it's more you got to build up towards. But these girls, the school year is still in session.
Yeah.
Finals yet. Finals yet for some of these women. School year is still in session. They ain't even walk across stage yet. They walk across one stage before they walk across another stage. They walk across stage to get drafted before they walk across stage to get their diploma. Not diploma, their degree. It just needs to be something, something. And I am seeing now that a lot of younger players are like, hey, I'm dropping a YouTube video for, incoming draft people. Just to just to give you guys like something like what to expect, whatever. Like I want to give out my thoughts on it, how like my process was, whatever. And that's good. That's great. That's great for the game. That's great for the sisterhood of the WNBA that it is. Need more of that. But we also need more support for the W in terms of not just from the fans, from the league itself. Need support for the young athletes so that they don't have to go back or regress to coaching or go play overseas or just not play at all. Do whatever it is. Like this is their dream. They don't sell them a dream. That's crazy. Don't sell like you You got 3 rounds. It's 36 people that get drafted, but it's only maybe 12 people that play or make a team. No more than half people that get drafted make the team every year. It just needs to be something more, man. Expansion needs to happen like yesterday. Good thing they did change things with travel. Starting to get chartered flights now. But that's only for what? Charter flights are only for Commissioner Cup games, second half of back-to-backs.
In the playoffs.
And playoffs.
It's
should be every
playoffs
game.
And, well, yeah. But
should be every game. And I understand they're expanding the schedule from, 32 games or 36 games to 40 games now? Yeah. So, I mean, hey, it's going to be a fun season.
36, I believe. Yeah.
It's going to be a fun season.
Definitely going to be a fun season.
It's going to be a fun season. It's going to be a good season. Yes, sir.
Before we transition, I do want to give a shout out to all the players that got drafted yesterday.
Congratulations to everyone that got their name selected. Wishing you guys the best of luck.
And the players that didn't get drafted that will get some type of opportunity, whether it be a training camp deal or go play overseas and make a name for themselves there, like Rebecca Gardner did. Erica Wheeler. There are tons of players that were undrafted when they played overseas and came back, got a spot. Erica Wheeler did being an all-star. Rebecca Gardner dang near got Rookie of the Year last year. If people didn't talk about how old she was all fucking season, she might have.
How old was she? Was she 30, 32?
Something like that.
34?
31, 32. I said that shit all season. I was tired of hearing this shit.
Nobody. The WNBA. She 36. Let me stop. That was terrible. That was terrible. But that's how they were. They kept was like, yo, she's like 35. I don't know. How old is she? Let me get her age. Let me get her correct age and not be jokey. Beth Gardner. Huh? Why did they pull up Garden? Somebody Garden. Oh my gosh. That's spelled wrong.
I was just about to say, I bet you spelled it wrong.
No, I didn't spell it wrong.
Good Lord.
I was typing Rebecca Gardner and some Gardner person came up. Okay, she's 32. She's not 36. She's 32. But all year last year it was, she's 32 years old. She's 31, 32. 31. She's 30. She's 30-year-old rookie. 30-year-old rookie. 30-year-old rookie. 30-year-old rookie. Yeah. But no.
Also want to give a shout out to the W for some of the things they've been doing with the draftees, like the orange carpet, which could still be better. Could definitely still be better.
Fits were tough.
Empire State putting in Empire State Building and those types of things, like that gives them like a different type of confidence. A confidence booster. Gives them makes them feel like superstars, which they are, and they should be. They should feel that way for the best night of their lives. Well, one of the best night of their lives. And just love to see them, just being around each other, because most of them played in high school together, played each other in college, played with each other in college. Just to be able to see them go from like when they were doing like the slam, the slam
classic
or whatever in the summer, slam classic,
summer classic,
in the same city, like now you see them getting drafted into the WNBA. It's just a really cool thing to see. But yeah, the ESPN and W has to do better with the draft process. Speeding through the second and third round is extremely disrespectful.
They giving these girls a Jokic treatment, man.
Not even giving like.
Well, no, because Jokic got drafted during a commercial.
The only reason they were like showing certain players or like going back to Kathy was because they were in the building.
Yep.
Like the only reason they stopped doing what they were doing and just showing on the bottom who was getting drafted is because Ashley Jones got drafted and Brea Beal got drafted. If it wasn't that, they were just speeding past it like it didn't even happen.
Yeah, because Ryan Russo was just reading it off like he was reading Shams tweets or something.
Yeah, there's players that like were getting drafted during commercial breaks, and while they're talking about one player, another player's getting drafted, and then they put up players' faces, and there's not even a face on one of the names. Like it's just crazy. Like
yeah, I saw that.
It's just crazy, like how they do that every year. The venue is super fucking small. Like all the
They don't
players,
let fans
coaches,
in, I
and
don't
media.
think.
I mean, but like the media and the coaches are all fucking standing up in the back. Like there's not enough. Y'all didn't get a big enough venue for people to be able to sit down. Like that shit is crazy.
Come on, man.
Like
it's New York.
Like
it's
y'all,
New York.
They always say like invest in the W, and the W itself don't even do that shit.
So, what happened to that 82 million or however much I got from Nike? What happened to it? What happened to it? Where that? Money cap. Let me stop.
But yeah, Kathy's not been. She's been. I've been wanting to give her like the benefit of the doubt, but she run out of time because it's a lot of shit going on where like this. You got to capitalize on certain shit. You got to capitalize when the women's game is at the forefront. You got to capitalize when you have all eyes on your product. You have to capitalize. She's like, oh, we got to play the slow game. We got to play the long game. We don't want to get into something and then have to back out later. Deal with that if it comes to that. Don't fucking, you're planning for failure instead of planning for success. If you go to a city and that shit works out, boom, you're good. You have another team. She's like, oh, well, what if we go to another team and it fails and the owner wants to give up the team? Then the owner gives up the team. Somebody else pick it up or somebody else don't pick it up. Don't rely on that because these women can play the game of basketball at a high level. It's very entertaining. Yeah. Every year, more and more people are watching and tuning in and are being invested into the W. And Kathy herself is not doing what the W needs to have done. And that's what's been going on for years. The commissioners and the W have not cared about the WNBA. They've cared about growing their own personal brand so that they can do something else later on. And it's bullshit that whoever is appointing the fucking commissioner for the WNBA continues to put some bullshit ass person in there that doesn't care about the league and just cares about their growth or what they can, or getting some type of popularity because, oh yeah, I did this. Like, that's not what this is for. It's to actually grow the game. And until they get someone in the commissioners chair that really wants to grow the game, like as much as we say, oh, like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird say the NBA, so did David Stern. David Stern was like, nah, fuck all that shit. Like, we're not, like, them cigarettes, the crack, like all the crazy shit they was doing in the locker rooms, that shit was done. Like, say what you want, but Bud Selig or Selig, whatever the fuck his name was, he did great for the MLB. Fucking say what you want about Roger Goodell. He's put more eyes, he's put more asses in seats in the NFL. He's done some fucked up shit, sure. But he's brought more eyes to the product. You can't dispute that. Adam Silver's done a great job with the NBA. The W is yet to have a commissioner that is actually give a fuck about the league. And it's very disappointing that people keep coming in like, oh yeah, it's gonna be different. I'm gonna make some changes, like we're gonna make expansion. Kathy was, oh, we're gonna have expansion in 2 years. Oh, we're gonna have expansion in 2 more years.
It's been 2 years, Catherine.
So that's my spill on it. That's my rant on, the W not investing in themselves.
Kathy treats being commissioner like a job. She treats it like I treat my job. She has to do. Not that she want to do, but she has to do. We're supposed to get cities for an expansion at the end of last season. Where they at?
I'm sure
about 2 new cities.
I'm sure that Kathy goes.
Put that video. Go put out. I'm sorry, Tariq.
You're good. Go ahead.
Wait. Go put out that video. You got a list of cities. We're gonna talk about this, down like that, whatever. I did a whole TikTok series about the W coming soon. I look crazy. Everybody was expecting this. Miss Kathy. What's the problem? You, don't try to fix it. You 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 don't try to saying, teams, we've been asked for this for far too long. For teams, been asked for expansion, been asked for the old franchises back. How do you not have the Houston Comets in the league? Man, successful teams in W history, not even in the league anymore. What sense does that make? That's losing out on history, man. Like, it grows is by the history. Like, you see the NBA. The NBA, they grow because they talk about their history. You see what's going on. That like the history is present, it's there. The history ain't really all that there for the W. I mean, it is there. We bring it up from time to time, but it's not like out of out of the original what was it, 8 teams? Out of the original teams from when the W started, you got New York Liberty, Sparks, New York Liberty, Sparks. I think that might be it. I think every other team has been a team that switched around. And was somebody else was a previous team. Because I know you had teams in Miami. You had Miami Soul. You had the Orlando Miracle, the Detroit Shock, went to Tulsa, now the Dallas Wings. You had I know Atlanta's a newer team. They were part of what? Wasn't Atlanta part of the last time they expanded? Am I not mistaken? All right, cool. Look at me know my stuff. Um, Aces. Y'all know I love my Aces. Right off of Utah. Trying to think of who else is there. Charlotte. Thing. I don't know. It's like the history is not there. Just I'm not saying move any. All right, keep these current 12 teams, yes, but bring back some of the teams in the higher markets. All right, bring back Houston. Houston, that should be a good market for y'all. I know it's hot, summertime, whatever. But bring it back, and then that means all right. What Eastern team do we got to bring back? Bring back one of the Florida teams. We only got one Southeast team in the W. Bring back one of the Florida teams. Bring back Charlotte. Bring a team to Columbia. Crowds. For that. Opportunities, man. But yes, like Tariq said, it's gonna have to take for somebody that cares about the league for this league to grow in the way that it needs to grow. There's no reason why there shouldn't be at least 20 teams in the W. There shouldn't be a reason why WNBA players shouldn't be touching an M a year. There's no reason. There's no reason. I on the game. Viewership has grown last couple years. It's done nothing but grown. It's done nothing but grown. Viewership for women's basketball in general has done nothing but grow to new heights, man. Capitalize off it, man. Like, I don't understand it, man. Yeah, y'all brought your team to Tulsa. How long were they there for? Maybe like what, 3 seasons, maybe? 4? Not a long time.
Wasn't that long.
But nah, man. Point is, W got some things to change, rearrange. Got some things to fix. Baby steps are being made. Travel's getting better. Got a game in Canada? Sure. Bring your team to Toronto. Like, you got people that want it. I don't like it. The game is sold out. That could be every game. Bring your team to Toronto, man. Something, man. You got Atlanta Beard leading the expansion group for a team in Oakland. Come on. Bring your basketball to Oakland because I don't even think they're not playing at Oakland no more. They're playing San Francisco now, right? The Warriors. Bring basketball back to Oakland. Oakland has no pro teams. Everybody done left. Oakland has no pro teams. But no, got the Athletics. Got the Athletics. I'm tripping. Got the Athletics. Got the Athletics. I'm sorry. Wearing a baseball hat, and I forgot about the baseball team. That's crazy. Then they got the Athletics. But still, I don't know, man. Just bring hoops back, bro. Like, come on, man. Give these girls opportunities, huh? It's not like it's such a loss. No, it is a loss. Seeing the amount of players getting cut before the season starts next month. Like I said, man, I know not all y'all gonna get through, but I do hope the ones that, I don't even want to say truly deserve it because they all deserve to be there. They all deserve a shot. They all deserve a chance. But it's like, it's just a harsh reality that they still got to fight for their chance to make the team after getting drafted. At least in the NBA, they're protected. They got a G League that they can fall back on and be a two-way player for. So yeah, something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. Somebody step up. G League step up. AU step up. W step up. Step up if I can. Position to do so. We got our own position need to do so. So, ones that want to get penalized. Davis, Joe sorry they got penalized. No, did Mark Davis get penalized? Yeah, it was something that they didn't like that Mark Davis did or whatever.
It was about the same thing. Like, I don't know if it was necessarily private jet, but there was something along that line.
Anyways, fix it. All right. Transfer portal news. Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's getting scary out here.
We had, let's see.
Got Haley Van Lith. You got Haley Van Lith. She declared for transfer portal. You got Anissa Amaro transfer portal. Ashley Owusu transfer portal. What was that? Did we talk about that last week?
No,
probably one of we talked about last week. No, you know how I found was in transfer portal that I didn't know was in transfer portal? Tahina Pow.
Yeah.
That must have been like this past week because I didn't see anything about it until I looked it up before.
She entered the transfer portal April 3rd.
But yeah, Jada Curry, Louisville.
Last Monday.
Sidonian Prince to TCU for her final year. Did I say her name wrong?
Nah, it's just her going to TCU. It's funny as hell.
Oh, I thought I said Sidonian wrong. I'm sorry.
I saw that picture.
Your reaction to you was like you like.
I saw that picture and Loki started crying because like
I was like TCU.
Because like why?
Hey, Texas is right there.
I mean, I think she's from there, so I
was about to say I don't know where in Texas she's from, so I get it because she said she's coming home. So I was like, all right, cool, go home for you last year, cool.
Yeah, but she had put her name in the draft, and it was like,
and then withdrew it. Then I saw that the Cabinet Twins they're taking a COVID year and they're transferring from University of Miami.
They're not playing basketball anymore.
I thought they said they're taking a COVID year.
No, they said they're not. They're opting out of the COVID year.
See, that's why you gotta cut to the chase. Cause I just skimmed past that and I saw something about leaving Miami, and I saw something about COVID year, and that's why I thought they were going to take their COVID year somewhere else.
How you not gonna read and then come on here and be like, yeah, that's exactly what happened?
I skimmed it, man. I'm sorry.
Can't be skimming on here. You missed a really big piece of this transfer portal. I would say the first big drop. The first big whoa. And then Haley Van Lith came in and it was like, okay, shit real.
Who did I miss?
Come on now. We've only seen this happen like twice. Ever.
God, I said Anissa, I said Ashley Wilson, I said Haley Van Lith.
Mm-hmm. This man's really shocked. He might not even have known.
Who am I missing out on? I'm really drawing a blank.
It's a school that lost a couple of players. I mean, there's multiple schools that lost a couple of players, but there's a big school that lost a couple of players. Lauren Betts, man. Lauren Betts. The #1 recruit in the 2022 class. 6'7", from Stanford. Transferring after her first season. Shit is unprecedented. That was the first, like, oh, shit. That's crazy. And then, like, just a couple hours later, Haley Van Lith. Boom. Grad transfer. What? I said, all right, it's time for some words on this because, dang. Look, Lauren Betts, wherever she go, could change the landscape of the women's game next year. Haley Van Lith as well. I think she's going either Washington or Washington State. They said she already knows where she's going. She's not taking any contact from people. So
you said Haley Van Lith is going to Washington or Washington State?
Yeah, she said she was going.
I saw something.
Jeff Wall said she was going home.
Okay. But I guess that was before that came out. But I saw something. I saw a theory that she was going to Baton Rouge. Go to LSU. I saw someone was like, yeah, she was recruited by Kim Mulkey, and her decision became her decision was between Baylor and Louisville. Then it's like, oh, things lining up. She might be going to LSU.
I don't see it happening. Jeff Wall said she wanted to go home, closer to home. She's from Washington, so Washington or Washington State. I mean, Washington State's the better team. She will be playing next to Charlie Cesar Walker, so I don't know if she actually wants to do that. And then Washington has El Ladine, who's a very good player as a freshman this past season. So, but she could end up going somewhere just in the realm, close to Washington. So we don't know for sure, but she already knows where she's going because she told teams and coaches not to contact her. So, but yeah, Haley Van Lith, Lauren Betts, Jakia Brown Turner went to Maryland. And she's from there. So that's a big pickup for them. I feel like they don't necessarily need a player that's going to come in and average like 20 a game. But she's gonna bring a lot to the team in terms of some size and athleticism, some experience to go next to a player like Cheyenne Settlers. Anissa Morrow, I think it also changed the game, changed the college landscape, depending on where she goes. I'm assuming she wants to win a championship or at least compete for a championship. So I'm expecting her to go to a top team in the nation, or at least a top 25 team in the nation. Ashley Owusu is in the transfer portal again, which will be interesting to see how that all turns out. Lauren Park Lane enters the transfer portal as well. Speedy point guard, Crafty from Seton Hall, averaged 20 points and 6 assists per game past season. Maryland had 2 young guards into the transfer portal. Obviously, we talked about Cheyenne Day Wilson. I think Tahina Pau is a big get too. If somebody can scoop her up, I think that could also help, or could also change the landscape of the team because I think she's one of the best point guards in the league or in the country. So, a team that's needing a point guard, she could really help them out. But there's no other size that have, or no other players that have committed to a team yet. So at this point, it's just for to watch. All right, so we're going to transition unless there's anything else you had to talk about the W or women's basketball.
No, I got nothing else. Just give A'ja Wilson her signature shoot. That's it. That's all I ask. Give A'ja Wilson her signature shoot. College immunity is cool, but give A'ja Wilson her signature shoot. All right, she deserves it. 2 times MVP, best player of the year last year, champion last year. Give her shoot.
All right. So we are on to our NBA awards.
We're doing award first?
Yeah, we can do awards and then playoff predictions.
Okay.
Awards would be capping off the regular season.
Exactly.
And then we go into the playoffs. Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna go in a different order. We're not gonna go like best to last. We're gonna go like rookie of the year. We both have Paolo, correct?
Paolo, yes. Right. No, don't need to overcomplicate that. It's Paolo. Paolo's rookie of the year. Shout out to J Dub though. J Dub is tough.
We're gonna give our shout outs to the rookies because we got all rookie. Well, I have all rookie teams, so we can give our shout outs to them.
I didn't get that far.
Clutch player of the year.
Someone saying that De'Aaron Fox had the most clutch points or most fourth-quarter points.
He's had the most clutch points all season long. So yes, most fourth-quarter points. Yes.
So yeah, I mean you just gotta give it to him. Fourth quarter, his time.
I mean, he goes crazy in the fourth quarter.
Like the beat.
It ain't just like he scored 8 points in the fourth quarter. No, he'll score like 16, 18, 22 points in the fourth quarter, and it's just like a regular night for him. Yeah. So shout out to my boy Swipe. He definitely deserves it. Sixth man of the year. Who you got?
I saw a good conversation about this on Through the Wire, and they made a good case for Immanuel Quickley. Immanuel Quickley when he gets to the game, a difference is made. He just provides a certain energy that is needed in that time. And I've seen it in the games that I've watched. And the stats are there. I mean, he did have some time where he was starting for the Knicks, but I kind of feel like that might help his case. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
I pick Quickley. Generally, the Sixth Man of the Year award has been a player that comes off, gets buckets, has a certain type of swag, has a certain type of vibe to him. Immanuel Quickley is one of those guys. And you also don't typically see like your Sixth Man of the Year who comes off and gets you buckets can also play very good defense on the other side. And he has done that this year. Brogdon, yes, he's a very good sixth man. Bobby Portis as well.
Those are the two.
But I think Immanuel Quickley just brings a different type of juice to the Knicks. Him not playing playing less minutes last year is the reason why they fell in terms of like playoff seeding and things like that. Like they went from the 4 seed to I think they were maybe a play-in team last year or even worse than that.
I don't think they made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, so I think playing him more, playing with Deuce McBride, playing with Quentin Grimes and other young players and just having the freedom when he comes off the bench, I think is great. So he's my sixth man of the year.
Yeah.
Most improved player.
Most improved goes to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. No need to overcomplicate that at all.
No.
Why not?
No. No.
You said most improved.
No. Yes, I did. Yes.
I'm thinking. Listen, I saw Shay's numbers. And I'm thinking Shay, but at the same
That,
time, all right. I have two. I have another person here too. I have another person here too. I have another person here too. And you might agree with this one, Jalen Brunson.
that's fine, but no. Also no.
Both of them
If
had
I
crazy years this year, and I mean, all right. Well, I know Shay was already in the role that he's in now, right? But his numbers improved greatly this year. Jalen Brunson being from second option in Dallas, being first option in New York, being damn good at it. That's what I've seen. That's what I've seen. Just based on what I saw.
so if I would have asked you at the beginning of this season, would Lauri Markkinen be an all-star, what would you have said?
I would have said no.
If I asked you if he'd have been an all NBA player this year, what would you have said?
I would have said no.
If I would have said, hey, do you think Shea could be an all NBA player this year? All-star?
I would have said maybe. All NBA, maybe. All Star, yeah.
Like when we did our top 50 at the beginning of the season, was Shea not on that list?
Shay definitely was in the list.
Was Jalen Brunson
Let me
not
see
on
if
the
I can
edge of being on
find.
that list?
He he was. I feel yeah.
Lauri Markkinen was not even a thought. Not even a thought when we made our list. Both
Let
of
me
us.
see if I can find my preseason picks for yeah. Oh okay yeah there we go. So I picked. Dang, weird. Was that preseason picks or was that? Yeah, it's preseason picks. Okay, yes. I picked Paulo for rookie year, obviously. My MVP pick is, I don't know, weird. Not really though. I said Knicks should make the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. All right, continue.
Lauri averaged 50 or 25 points a game on 50, 39, 87 splits. Averaged 8.6 rebounds a game. Was the best player on his team. Made an All-Star game. Most likely going to make an All NBA team. No one saw that coming. My man
No.
went from top pick for the Bulls to being a somewhat starter for the Cavs, but also being injured a good bit, so couldn't fully be the three. And then going to Utah, and they're like, oh, well, they're going to try to lose. They're going to suck. They're going to end up trading them later on for more draft picks. And he ended up being one of the top 15 players in the league this season. No one saw that coming. There's no way he doesn't win the most improved player. Shea, I love Shea. He's a Kentucky player. I've been saying his name since I've been calling him for to be an all-star for the last 2-3 seasons. He was eventually going to get to this. I didn't think he was going to get to a 30-point per game score, like 28, 27-ish. But 31 is great. This is an All NBA player in my opinion as well. Like it's the same thing with Ja last year. Like Ja was supposed to have a leap. Like just because he took a bigger leap than y'all expected doesn't mean he's most improved. Because
Yeah, I didn't really agree with Ja
he was
being most
already on
improved
that
last
level.
year either.
But Shea is the same. Shea's no different than Ja. He's just like 4 picks. He's just like what 6 picks later. Like there's no big gap between Shea and Ja. Not even today. There wasn't last year, and there's not today.
No.
So to give him it when he was supposed to already do this is different. Like if Shea came in, played okay, struggled, went to a new team, then got traded from that team, sure. Shea came in, sure. When he first came in the league, you didn't see, oh, all-star. But once he got to OKC, he played with Chris Paul and Dennis Schroeder. You're like, okay, we can see the vision. Then the next year, you're like, okay, he's like that. Last year, we were like, okay, he should have been an all-star, but his team didn't win enough games. They were sitting him because they wanted to lose games. That's how good he was. They were like, oh, you can't play tonight because if you play, we'll probably win. Type shit. Then this year, he's got his team in the play-in. There's a trajectory there. There wasn't one for Lauri Markkinen. You can say the same thing for Jalen Brunson. I would have Jalen Brunson at 2. I wouldn't even have Shea on my ballot. And that's not even a disrespect to him. He should be an all NBA player, should be first team.
He definitely should be all NBA.
But
whether he's
I
first
don't
or
see
second team, that is to be discussed in a couple of minutes. But
I don't see how you can go outside of Lauri Markkinen, and you was like, not even close, not even a conversation. Like, that's crazy.
I'm sorry,
man.
man.
Averaged 25. A man averaged 25. 25. And he was not even a top player. Like, he was not a top player last year. He was.
Yeah.
Let me see what he was averaging.
He's about to go in the military.
Yeah, he has to. He got a choice. Let's see. Lauri Markkinen. Let's see what his averages were last
Let's see. So, yeah.
It's
a rookie of the year, most improved.
Did he score 50 points in his last game? He put 50 on the Lakers?
50?
That's crazy.
50 ball. That's crazy that we didn't hear about it either.
Okay, so
Coach of the year.
He was a 15-point a game scorer, 18-point a game scorer, 14, 13, 14, 25. That's an 11-point jump. An 11-point jump. His best season was his sophomore season. He only played 50 games. His first 5 seasons, he played 68 games, 52 games, 50 games, 51 games, 61 games last year. And then this year he played 66. Shot 6 more shots, was more efficient on those shots, was more efficient from 3 than he was the prior season, more efficient from the free throw line, got more rebounds, more assists, more blocks, 0.1 less steal, and 11-point jump in increase in points. There's no way he's not most improved. He don't win most improved. I don't think voters are watching basketball.
Word. Like, no, you have a great case for Lauri Markkinen, and to a point where I am swayed to where I believe Lauri Markkinen should get it. Good job, Tariq.
I thought you were gonna have Lauri too, and then you said it's a no-brainer, and you said Shea, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you can say Shea,
be real,
sure,
be real.
No-brainer is crazy.
Be real. You think I would have Lauri Markkinen most improved?
Why wouldn't you have Lauri Markkinen?
As somebody who learned that I had to do this maybe hours before we recorded.
Why wouldn't you have Lauri Markkinen? He was a damn all-star.
No, I'm not saying that. No. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I mean, I got Lauri Markkinen in my All NBA. Like, well, I don't have him written down like solidified, but he's in my All NBA. Like in terms of like, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, he's in the conversation for All NBA for sure. I have him there, but I don't know. I just thought Shea Gilgeous-Alexander because of the impact that he had on his team this year. You know, getting his team to the play-in.
That's why he gets All NBA.
Yeah,
that gets you All NBA. That's not most improved because you could say anybody could do that because last year they weren't as good as they were this year. That would just be
Shea's
like,
always been good.
That would be like, Jaren Jackson Jr. took another leap offensively, and is about to be Defensive Player of the Year possibly, so he should be most improved. Nah.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Coach of the year.
Who's your coach of the year? Who's yours?
All right. So I got.
That's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
You said it's a no-brainer.
It's 100% a no-brainer.
100% no-brainer. So all right. I got 2 people, right? I got 2 people in the honorable mention. I got Joe Mazzulla. Got Mike Brown. Joe Mazzulla for the condition that, for the circumstances that he was under, first time head coach, having to step up for Ime Udoka last minute and coach the whole season, whatever. Even though that the coach, like Ime set that the foundation, and he was in the coaching staff, and he worked his way up. Like he was ready for that moment, I guess. Well, he showed that he was ready for this moment to coach the Celtics to be second in the East, third in the East. Wait, second? They're second in the East. I mean, nobody left the Celtics really, and I mean, but at the same time, it comes from coaching. Coaching has a lot to do with it. So there's that, but then there's also Mike Brown who brought the Sacramento Kings to the playoffs for the first time in 17 years. They had 2 All-Stars this year. And they had 2 All-Stars this year that should have been All-Stars off rip. But one of them was an All-Star due to replacement. A lot of people counting them out. A lot of people discredited them. A lot of people didn't take them serious. A lot of people was like the beam. Yeah, like the beam. Boys third in the West.
That was a lot of people. That was for sure you until
That was
like January, February.
me. That was me.
Come
I
on,
remember we had this discussion. No,
people,
no, no.
people was like the bean.
Listen. Calm down. Calm down, man. Calm down. Calm
Yeah, I think I'm
down.
yelling at something.
But listen, I know I'm people. I know I'm addressing myself at this moment. You know, back then I wasn't familiar with their game, but I became familiar with their game. I'm like, all right, these boys are not joke. Because remember when you said it. Because remember they were both. Because see, look, this back when I was, you know, a homer still, and I was Nets everything, whatever. I was pushing Nets agenda, and I was like, yeah, this whenever they beat the Nets, like smoke the Nets, right? And then I was just thinking like, all right, yeah, that was a fluke or whatever. And then he was like, no, they're nice. He was like, he said they got the chance to be better than the Nets. I was like, huh? I was like, no, I didn't see it. Now I see it. I mean, they're definitely better than the Nets now, but I see they could compete with that team back then too. They said they packed that thing too. Let me stop. But yeah, no. And I want to give a shout out to Jock Vaughn. Jock Vaughn coming in midseason. Damn, man, I can't shout out Jock Vaughn, bro.
No, man.
Why?
No, no,
Shout out
no,
Jock
no.
Vaughn.
For what?
All right. Straight. Top three, top four in the East. And they stayed up float. And they could have dropped. Now they got a team that's willing to listen. They're building a system in Brooklyn. And you got to shout out Jock Vaughn for some of that. You know, Jock Vaughn was, for a minute, he was in the talks. They was like, yeah, Jock Vaughn and Joe Mazzulla, they're doing good, stepping up. They could be, in the discussion for Coach of the Year this year. That was a talking point at some point of the season. So I just want to shout out Jock Vaughn for stepping up. I mean, he's been a head coach before, but stepping up after being assistant coach for the Nets for a good few years. Him finally getting a chance to be head coach of the Brooklyn Nets, and him doing a good job getting the team to the playoffs as six seed. Not playing. They're six seed. Not a playing team. Here, how they were a playing team with 7-11. Nah. Got my count Bridges, Brooklyn Bridges. Got more to six seed. Proud of him. Proud of Jack.
I got one question.
All right, I got one answer.
Who is Mark Dano?
You said who?
Who is Mark Dano?
He a coach somewhere.
Coach where?
Is that Charlotte's coach?
That would be Steve Clifford, sir.
No, Steve Clifford. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I was thinking about the guy before Steve Clifford for some reason. Mark Dano.
That wasn't him either.
Who's he coach? Is he the Jazz coach?
No. That's
No?
Will Hardy.
Okay. What other teams are there in the association? You said Mark Dano? It ain't the Pelicans. That's Willie Green. Timberwolves?
No.
No.
That's Chris Finch.
Where he coach, bro? Tell me where he coach.
The OKC Thunder. And he should have got a mention before Jack fucking Vaughn on this damn podcast.
Well, maybe you should have mentioned him. You mentioned him now. Go ahead and mention him.
I said, who's your coach of the year? You said, I got two plus an honorable mention. And you went on
I
the
want
whole
to shout
spell.
him out. I can't shout out my coach for having a decent
No.
year.
No.
All right.
Spo a top 3 coach.
Oh,
You didn't
don't
hear
be
me talk
mad.
about
Don't be
Spo?
mad. Don't be mad because your team just got eliminated from the playoffs.
No, the fuck we did.
Oh, y'all got another game left.
Come on, bro.
Y'all got another
We
game left.
covered
Yeah,
this.
playing.
We
I'm
covered
sorry.
this.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I
You
forgot.
we got
I thought
eliminated.
y'all was done. I might as well.
Come
No,
on, bro.
I think y'all can beat Toronto or Chicago.
We should have beat Atlanta. So I
Y'all
ain't
should
worried
have beat
about none of that
Atlanta.
shit. If we lose, we lose. We're gonna beat any of the top seeds. So it's whatever.
Anyways, continue, sir.
My coach of the year is easily Mike Brown. He is a defensive coach, and he put so much confidence into his team that they end up leading the league in scoring the entire season. 120 points per game, by the way. Two All NBA players, not just All Stars, All NBA players. Put confidence in Keegan to break the rookie record for threes. Confidence in Malik Monk to come out and be like, "Hey, I'm like that." Terrence Davis, all kinds of different players that he put confidence in. He ran through Sabonis, ran through De'Aaron Fox. Stayed with Harrison Barnes through his struggles. Put confidence in Kevin Huerter. Stayed with him through his struggles. Had them as a third seed. Has them as a third seed in the NBA playoffs. Who the fuck had them as a third seed in the NBA playoffs when this season started? I know one guy that said something about the Kings being in the playoffs, and they laughed at that motherfucker on national television. Mark Spears said that the Kings were gonna make the playoffs and it wasn't gonna be playing, and they fucking laughed at it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yo girl Malika, the King.
What? I gotta be my girl. That ain't my girl.
I've never brought her up on this pod. You have multiple times. I don't give a fuck about Malika. She cool. We're not talking about her. You heard what I said? She, the Kings. What do the Kings have that's gonna put them? That makes you think they're gonna be in the playoffs? I don't know. 2 fucking All Stars, a great coach, Harrison Barnes, Malik Monk, Kevin Huerter. Nah, that's not good enough. Perkins. I don't know what you see. It makes you think that maybe a playing team like 9 or 10, but I ain't talking about no 60. Fucking third seed. Shut your ass up.
We talking about Kendrick Perks basketball sakes.
He know who Mark Daynaud is.
It's his job to. Let me stop. It's my job to. It's my job to. I know.
I was gonna say.
I know.
But since we're giving honorable mentions, not even honorable mentions, the second place coach this year should be Mark Daynaud. The Thunder were supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league. They are currently about to play a playing game tomorrow against the Timberwolves, where they can end up getting into the playoffs and being the 8th seed.
Wait, no, they don't play the Timberwolves. Timberwolves play the whatchamacallit, the Lakers tonight.
I mean, the Pelicans.
They play the
Pelicans. They play the Pelicans tomorrow. If they win that game, they play whoever loses that 7-8 game, they got a chance to be the 8th seed. So the fact they're even in that position and still got mad draft picks is a great job by Mark Daynaud. Great job of the whole staff of player progression with both Jalen Williams, Josh Giddey, fucking Isaiah Joe, Shea, like just the list goes on. Just mad players that come in and have performed all season long, even when Shea was out, even when if Josh Giddey missed a game, if Jalen Williams missed a game, he found a way, no matter who they were playing, to match up the way that he saw fit best. And there's a player that they don't even have, who hasn't even stepped on the floor yet, and they're gonna add another player next year in the draft, or another player or two next year in the draft. And Chet Holmgren hasn't even played yet.
Come on, man.
Oh.
I said Chet Holmgren.
It's Holmgren.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. Go ahead. I saw the part. You know what? Yeah,
just let me know.
Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done. Just ice the rest.
That boy said Chet Holmgren.
Ice the rest of the part, bro. Just let me know when you're done.
Anyways, that's my coach of the year. I'm not saying it should be unanimous, but I think most people are going to pick Mike Brown because he absolutely deserves it. Nobody saw them going to the playoffs. I was talking about them in the beginning of the season. This was after I saw them playing well. I didn't necessarily think they were going to make the playoffs. I could see the play-in, but I didn't pick them as a playoff team. Defensive player of the year. What you got?
I said ISO the rest of the show. No, I'm playing DPOY. You got. I feel like it's Jaren Jackson Jr. Man, leading league in blocks, and it's been a defense. Like he's held things down defensively for the Grizzlies all season. With Ja out, with Steven Adams out, Jaren Jackson Jr. Best player of the year. Won't be mad at it.
Absolutely incorrect. No, I'm just kidding. I'm bullshit.
I was gonna say, what? Damn.
I'm bullshit. Third in defensive rating. Led the league in blocks with 3 games. Blocked 9.7% of opponents' field goal attempts when he was on the floor. 6th highest figure of blocks, or 6th highest figure since blocks became an official stat in 1973-1974 season. 3rd rate defense in the NBA. They only allowed 110 points per 100 possessions. Memphis was ranked 20th in defensive efficiency when Jackson was injured at the beginning of the season. They ended the season 3rd. Since Defensive Player of the Year started becoming an award in 1982-83, the only other players to average at least 3 blocks and 1 steal for a top 5 defense are Ben Wallace, Hakeem Olajuwon, and David Robinson. That trio combined to win 7 Defensive Player of the Year awards. So there are other players like Evan Mobley. I could see you choosing Evan Mobley, but I think he will get some down the line. So people are like, we'll wait on Evan Mobley. We'll wait for a more statistical, obvious season, because you don't want to look back in a couple of years and be like, they kind of gave it to Evan Mobley a little early. Brook Lopez also deserves some love because he's had a fantastic defensive season, and to see him go from a low post scorer, not playing any defense at all, to a 3-point shooter, to a defender who's blocking shots and shooting threes at a high clip is a crazy development. But yeah, I think it's Jaren Jackson Jr. He's had a great season on both sides. I know people talk about the fouls, and yes, it is an issue. We'll probably see that come up in the playoffs, but for the regular season, he is the best player in the defensive player this year. All right. What everyone is here for.
Let me ask you, because you don't want to ask me, because I know this is not.
I already know where you're going. So
where am I going, sir? I have 3 people written down. I have 3 why they should or they should get it, because I don't know.
I have 2 players written down.
Oh, you got 2.
I can see your point. I can see a point for Giannis, but I did not. Mine is between Jokic and Embiid. I can see the point. I can see the point for Giannis. I don't hate it. I've been back and forth. I had Embiid earlier. I had both at one point. I had Jokic at another point. I even had Giannis 2 or 3 days ago. That's how hard this decision has been. And I don't even have a vote. My shit don't even matter. Only 200 people are gonna see it. Only 200 people are gonna see this shit, and I'm over here stressing a bunch of people are gonna see it. Fact of the matter is, Joel Embiid led the league in scoring. He was first in PIE, that's player impact estimate. 2nd in usage percentage, 10th in net rating. He had the better performance head to head. They only played the one time because Joel Embiid decided to sit out. And he had one of the best games in terms of box score in NBA history. I think he was 7th until Donovan Mitchell and Damian Lillard had their 70-point games. Nikola Jokic, on the other hand, averaged 24 points, 11.8 rebounds, 9.8 assists on 63, 38, 82 splits. He was 2nd in PIE, 1st in offensive rating, 1st in net rating, 4th in true shooting percentage, 3rd in assist percentage. So look, scoring with the Embiid, rebounding, Jokic, assists, Jokic, defense, Embiid. So it's even. At that point, it's just, who do you think was the better player this season? And to me, that's Nikola Jokic. I think Nikola Jokic was the better player. I know the last 3 weeks, maybe month or so, hasn't been great for the Nuggets, But I think from a full season perspective, I think Nikola Jokic has played the longest this season. I think he had a 50 or so game stretch where he was just unreal. And you would look at the numbers every night and you would watch the games and you'd be like, there's just no way that this shit is happening every night. And it was for
And he
sure
had like
he was
40 and 20 one
he
night.
gave you 40 and 20. He would give you he'll give you 35 on 70% shooting from the field. He'll give you 17, 12, and 15. And I think people turn the MVP conversation into, oh, what does this do for Jokic's legacy? He's got to do something in the playoffs. He can't keep getting
talk year to
MVPs.
year.
I think when they started doing that, he kind of just was like, fuck it, in a way. I think he just like kind of was just tired of the conversation. So he started to do a little less on the court. He missed a few games. He sat out a few games. Typically, we don't see Jokic miss that many games. But I think just, the whole narrative around MVP this year was just toxic, and it really didn't need to be. Like, if you thought MD is the MVP, then you thought he was the MVP. If you thought Jokic was the MVP, then you thought he was the MVP. If you think Jokic or Giannis is the MVP, then you think Giannis is the MVP. It is that close of a race to where you could say any of those three, and I'm not even going to argue. I'm going to say, okay, I would like to hear what your thought process is on it, but I'm not going to be, oh, you're wrong. No, hell no. It definitely should be so-and-so. Like I said, the last 3 days, I'm going back and forth between three different players. A couple of days ago, I was like, okay, I can see Giannis getting it. Then this morning, I was like, okay, I can see Embiid getting it. And now, going back, looking at the stats, looking at how they played this year, looking at different things, I have fallen back to Jokic. Tomorrow, I might wake up and have somebody else. But my final prediction, my final award for my personal NBA MVP this year would be Nikola Jokic getting his third straight. And it doesn't mean that he's better than Shaq or Wilt or Kareem. Like, I don't even remember who the fuck said that shit. It was dumb as hell. To think like, oh, just because he gets his third, DeMarcus. Talking about because he gets his third MVP, they're gonna try to put him up with Kareem and Wilt and Shaq and Tim Duncan. Like, who the fuck said that? He hasn't even won a championship. He ain't even been to a finals. So how are we just gonna put him over there because of some MVPs? Motherfuckers just be saying anything, so they don't gotta get something.
Finals.
They just be, yes, he has.
He went to a conference finals?
They went in the bubble, man. They came back down from 3-1 twice. And that's the last time he's been in the playoffs with a healthy team. So we'll see how it goes this season, or this playoffs. But that has nothing to do with MVP. If you want a postseason award, make a postseason MVP. But postseason has nothing to do with the MVP. And if you want to do that, I still think Jokic has played better in the playoffs than Embiid has. So that's my spiel.
Word. Me. All right. Who I have for MVP? Like I said, it's between I have three people. Between Giannis, between Jokic, between Embiid. Now, Giannis has the best record in the league. Got 31 points, averaging 31 points, 11 assists, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 55.3% from the field. Really been putting the team on his back this year, being without Chris Middleton for as long as he's been without Chris Middleton. I don't know. I'm thinking about it and thinking, and he's the only person that had a second All-Star with him this year. Because I don't think Harden was an All-Star this year. But, I mean, Harden is an All-Star caliber player. But, yeah, he's the only person that had a second All-Star with him in Jrue Holiday. Embiid, Embiid played good this year. Like, he played good in big games. Game against Jokic, dropped 50 on that boy. And then ducked him for the second game. I guess you could say he ducked him, but I don't know. He ducked him. He didn't play. But hey, if I beat somebody one-on-one, I ain't running it back. No, you're not getting your look back. No.
You're not running it back?
No, I'm getting my dub. I'm getting out of here. No, I'm playing. I wouldn't mind
scary to me, bro. Not scary to me, bro.
No, I don't mind running. I don't mind running it back. I don't mind beating somebody twice. Pause. I don't know if that's a pause or not, but but yeah, no. I don't know, man. I mean, Tariq made it a good point. Has a good argument for Jokic, and I agree with some of it. Um, you watch the Denver Nuggets and you see Nikola Jokic play. He is involved in just about every single point that they get, whether he's scoring it or assisting on it, or hockey assists, whatever. But it's to the point to where like he is that team's offense. Basically, everything runs through him. He's made his play like you have people caping for Aaron Gordon to be an all-star this year. That's how Nikola Jokic had people looking. Oh, let me take a swig. Embiid is tough. So I don't know, man. It's hard for me to make a decision. It's really hard for me to make a decision. But just to go against your decision, I'm just picking Embiid. Just to go against you, I'm picking Embiid. Embiid
just
has
to go
had.
against me, you're gonna pick Embiid.
You said what?
You said just to go against me, you're gonna pick Embiid.
Yes.
That's an interesting reason to choose someone for your MVP.
But no, I don't know, man. I just don't know. It's like this one is.
If you think he's
It's
been the
not
better
clear
player,
cut.
then you think he's been the better player.
This one just hasn't been clear cut as other MVPs have, like in recent years. Like, yeah, last year was Jokic. Yeah, year before that was Jokic. Yeah, year before that, my AirPods is out. But yeah, year before that, it was Jokic. Last year, Jokic. Year before that, it was Giannis. Year before that, Giannis again.
Because it was undeniably fact that it was Giannis. Yeah, but I don't know. Jokic win it, cool. Embiid win it, cool. I would like to see Embiid get an MVP.
I'm mad at it.
Yeah. Minnesota Timberwolves. Before we get out of here, we almost forgot. Minnesota Timberwolves.
Did you see the before we yeah, what you mean before we get out of here? We still got like all NBA.
Oh my god!
This
show will be 3 hours.
It ain't even been 2 hours yet. All right. I
forgot about all NBA. But we can talk about all NBA. Let's talk about all NBA.
All right, all NBA. I have first team: Shea,
yep,
Donovan, Tatum, Giannis, Jokic. Yours would be flop because you have Embiid over Jokic.
No, I got Embiid, Jokic. Like I didn't choose one, and whoever I didn't choose,
you just have it the second. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whoever I didn't choose will be second team, and then yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I got Giannis as my power forward. So yeah, I got Shea. I don't know. I picked Jaylen Brown for my shooting guard. I don't know why I forgot about swiping.
First team All NBA.
I knew I was forgetting somebody. I was like, why am I forgetting somebody? I was doing extensive research on this, whatever. I don't know how I forgot swiping. Wait, what was my AirPods? Oh, somebody's not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh wow, we back. But yeah, no,
right.
Yeah. I think Jaylen Brown would be second team at least. I think
I have him
Donovan. I agree totally with your first team.
I have a second team as a forward because he played more minutes as a forward this year than he did as a guard. So I have
you got Jaylen Brown as what, the 3?
I have Luka, Dame, Jalen, Julius, Embiid.
All right, so where is Ja on your third team?
No.
He's not on any of your teams.
No.
He played 60 games.
Huh?
He played 60 games still.
He did.
So who's on your third team?
I have Steph, De'Aaron, Laurie, LeBron, Sabonis.
Wait, but I thought Steph didn't play 60 games.
Okay. So
that's why I didn't add him in mine.
Okay, look. I had LeBron, Curry, and Dame off. I did not have them on an All-NBA team. I had, I don't remember off the top of my head who I had, but I didn't have them three in. Just because they missed 4, 5, or 6 more games. And Dame played 58. And they sat him at the end of the season to tank. They sat him at the end of the season to tank, so I'm not going to hold that against him because that's not on him. They chose to have him sit to the tank to get a better draft pick. So he would have played 60 games if he played the last 3 or 4 games. Yeah. LeBron, I didn't have him on the team. And then I was like, okay, yeah, he played, 55 games, I think it was?
Played 55.
He was also in year 20 and averaged 29, 8, and 7. So I was like, if I can make an exception, why not be for LeBron, who is 39 and still playing like one of the best players in the league?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Steph played 56, so I'm like, okay, he missed 4 more games, and it was due to actual injuries. It wasn't, I'm resting every other night. So I've made sure that the players that I felt deserved it, like a Julius Randle, like a Jaylen Brown, like a Lauri Markkanen, like a Sabonis, a De'Aaron Fox. I made sure that those players made it and then went back and put those players in.
Okay.
So you can put Curry and Dame second and third, but I have De'Aaron in there. What's up?
Do you have Jalen Brunson on your third team?
No.
Wow.
You do?
Yeah. I didn't give this much thought. I don't know. I don't know because if I didn't give much thought or if I didn't do enough research, if I didn't watch a lot of basketball. I don't know. I feel like same criteria, and when it comes to NBA game, like NBA players being qualified for this, should be with people picking these as well. You gotta watch 60 games. And I don't know if I watched 60 games. I probably did watch 60 games combined with, the Nets games that I watched this year. And
you don't think you watched 60 games total?
No, I think I watched 60 games total.
You think
like
you watched
double-headed total? So, like, all the double-headed games from, like, ESPN, TNT throughout the week. Yeah, I definitely watched 60 games. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I don't know why I said that. I'm tripping.
If you ain't watched 60 games, what are we even doing, bro?
I watched 60 games. Man,
that's what, 2 games a night? For a month?
That's 2 games a night for a month. I definitely watched 60 games. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Man.
No, it do got to be some type of requirement.
We about to have an intervention, bro. It's about to have an intervention for sure. All right.
No, I definitely watched 60 games, bro. I don't know why.
So you think Jalen Brunson has been a top 6 guard in the league this season? Not point guard, like point guard or shooting guard. You think he's been top 6 this season? Has he been better than Shea?
Thinking about it, no.
Like, I would put Ja before I put him. The only reason I
would put Ja before Jalen Brunson too, and I have Ja as my second team, only because of Dame not playing. I had Ja second team because of Dame not playing, Steph not playing. He's better than other guys. Like, I feel like, yeah, he's better.
Ja would have been second team with Luka.
I don't know why.
If it wasn't for the off the court. Without the off the court, Ja would have been.
I was just trying to figure out my teams by the time we were recording. By the time it was time to record the show, I also trying to pick my teams out, right? So yeah.
Okay. My all defensive teams for me. I don't know if you have any. I think you said you
don't have anything for all defensive teams.
I have Drew Holiday.
But I know Nick Claxton better be somewhere on that second on my second team list.
Drew Holiday.
Nick Claxton, second team all D. That's all I'm saying. Second team. Consider him.
Drew Holiday, OG Anunoby, Evan Mobley, Jared Jackson Jr., Brook Lopez. First team, all defensive team. Second team, Caruso, Dylan Brooks, Jaden McDaniels. Oh, actually, I said that wrong. I said that backwards. Caruso, Derek White, Dylan Brooks, Jalen McDaniels, Bam Adebayo. That's my second team.
Get
My
Dylan
rookie
Brooks off
team.
that list, man. Let me play. I'm playing.
He wouldn't make that.
I don't like Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks annoying.
He plays defense, man. He plays defense on the best players every night. All right, all rookies. Paolo, Jalen Williams, Jabari, Keegan, Walker Kessler is my first team. Second team, Jaden Ivey, Matherin, Duran, AJ Griffin, and then it's a toss up between Tariq Easton and Shaden Sharp. I'll probably go Shaden.
Yo, did you see that video of Tariq Easton in New York?
What?
Where he was asking, you said, do you see that video of Tariq Easton in New York where he was asking people if they knew who Tariq Easton was?
No, I did not.
It's funny. He Ooh, Ant tried to kill Cat. Oh my Lord.
Ant tried to kill Cat and they on the same team? Ew, Kyle. Oh, he made that shit. All right. Run through our playoff predictions real quick.
Good Lord.
All right, we're running through our playoff predictions real quick. All right, so we have one playing game is already done. So Boston, we know Boston is playing the Celtics, or Boston is playing the Hawks.
I said what?
Currently, the Lakers are playing the Timberwolves. And the winner of that would get the 7th seed, would play the Grizzlies. The winner of the Pelicans and the Thunder would play the loser of the 7-8 game, and they would play against the Nuggets in the first round. Okay, so I'm assuming. I don't know. Okay, so I'm assuming I'm assuming on the East you have the first and second seed going through no matter what. Like Boston and Milwaukee, they're gonna win the series. Okay, so we know that those two. Who do you have winning Cavs and Knicks series?
I got Cavs. I got Cavs and 6.
Cavs and 6. I'm not mad.
I got Cavs and 6. They got a little more. I don't want to say a little more experience, but I don't know. Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs. I trust that more than I trust. The Knicks.
It's gonna be a slow physical series, but I think
it's gonna be a fun series to watch.
I think Donovan Mitchell is more. I think it's gonna come down to fourth quarters, the last 5 minutes. Donovan Mitchell is more prepared for this moment than
Donovan Mitchell light it up. Well, that game 4 in the Garden.
Even though Jalen Brunson was giving him the work last year in the playoffs, so we'll see. 76ers Nets.
Nets is 7, baby.
Stop the cap.
7.
Stop the cap.
6. No, I'm playing. Realistically though, I think Nets can give the Sixers a game or 2. So I'm saying 6 and 6. As in, like, my real bias.
The Nets winning 2 games would be crazy. I don't see that.
Well, you got Mikal Bridges going against his home team squad. Team that traded him on draft night.
That shit don't matter. Sixers and 5. Cavs and 7.
5, damn.
Nigga, come on now. Stop. All right. So who do you think wins this Lakers Timberwolves game?
Well, I think Lakers are gonna win this game tonight.
Okay, so who wins Lakers Grizzlies? Who wins that series?
I feel like if there's anybody that has the chance to upset a higher seed, it's the Lakers. Too bad, I don't think it'll happen.
You said they had the best chance, not the Warriors?
Well, I don't see it like that. I don't see the Warriors as a low seed. Like, this is the playoff Warriors we're talking about. Like, they are a 6 seed because of injuries and because they.
Is it though?
Yeah. Well, they struggled.
They struggled when Steph was playing.
They struggled earlier this season.
Not just early, for a long time of the season.
Yeah, there was like, yeah. So they definitely struggled. But it's April. How Golden State gets down in April.
What have they showed you this year that's going to show that? They play great basketball.
Listen, if they don't, then hey, the time is up. The run was a good one.
See, you can't do that. You can't say the run is over because people try to say that after the 2019 finals, they won last year. So you can't say the run is over.
They said the run was over
again.
because, bro, they said the run was over because they weren't playing. Like, they didn't have their big three. Got their big three back now. Healthy, ready to play. They didn't have the big three those other years.
They said
And
the
they were
dynasty was
building up.
over. They said the dynasty
And then
was
they
over,
won last
period.
year. I know, but I'm saying.
You can't
Like,
hate
it was
on
one
it,
year they
no.
didn't even make the playoffs, didn't they? Didn't they lose in the play-in?
Yeah, they lost in the play-in when it was just Stephen and Draymond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
But the run
I'm
wasn't
just
over
saying,
there.
I don't know, man. I
All
feel
right,
like
who do you think?
their experience. All right, so look. All right.
You said what?
Tonight, I got Grizzlies in 6.
Okay.
All right. And then I think the Thunder's gonna win.
Do you think they're gonna beat the Pelicans and then the Timberwolves, or just the Pelicans?
I think they'll be the 8th seed.
Ooh, so we get
I
Nuggets
don't
Thunder.
know. No,
So we get Nuggets Thunder.
I don't know if I think they'll be the 8th seed. I want to see Shea in the playoffs. That's what I want to see. I think that's where my bias is coming, and that's where I'm thinking.
I'm not mad at it.
But
you can base your predictions off of bias. You don't have
I don't
to
know.
be like,
Is Zion playing?
The
Is Zion
correct
playing in the play-in? Is Zion playing in the play-in? Zion's out.
No, he's out for the season.
All right, he's out for the season. It's news to me.
That's news to you. You didn't know that?
I knew he was out. I just didn't think he was out for the season.
Damn, Bryce, come on, bro.
I know. I gotta be better.
Damn.
Yeah. Listen.
So
yeah, I got Thunder.
All right, so you got the Thunder and AC. So
Timberwolves got a lot of problems at the moment. I mean, they're up right now against the Lakers, but that's only first quarter. But yeah, no.
All right, so you got Nuggets, Thunder.
Nuggets, Thunder. And I got
who wins that series?
Got Nuggets in 5. I don't want to say anybody gets swept. Get Nuggets in 5.
All right, so you got Nuggets in 5, Grizzlies in 6, Kings, Warriors. Who you got?
I got the Warriors.
Okay, so you got Warriors.
They're a good squad.
Just Warriors.
All due respect to the Kings. Beam team.
No game.
Like the beam. But I don't think any beams are getting lit in this series. Nah. Okay. No. I feel like they'll go 6.
6? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Beam might get lit once or twice. But it ain't going to be 3 or 4 times.
Suns, Clippers. Who you got?
You said Suns, Clippers? I got Suns in 5. Maybe 4, but 5 for sure. They might sweep them, but 5 for sure.
Okay. Yeah, no PG really hurts this Clippers team in this matchup. If PG was playing, this would be one of the best playoff series in a long time. If you got PG versus Book, Kawhi versus KD, Russ versus CP3, like it's all right there. But no PG, it's gonna be very difficult. Kawhi's got to play crazy for them to even get to 4 wins. So it's hard to see that. He's not a heliocentric player, so it's gonna be hard to see him just taking over a game with the ball in his hand. So I have Nuggets. No matter who they play, I think they sweep them. I think the Grizzlies win in 6. I think I'll go Suns in 5. Yeah, I'll go Suns in 5. I'll go Bucks in 4, Celtics in 4, Sixers in 5, Cavs in 7. And the toughest one for me is Kings Warriors because I want to go Kings. I really want to go Kings, but how can you go against? Actually, fuck it. Give me the Kings in 7.
Kings in 7, I like it.
Game 7 in Sacramento.
Like the beam to be said.
They gonna like the beam. They gonna win their first playoff series, and who knows how long. I don't think they won a playoff series.
This was 03?
Yeah, so somewhere around that time, they gonna beat them. I love Steph.
I met a
my
Kings
favorite player in the league.
I was like, ain't no way.
Come on, Kings. Let's go. Come on, Kings. Light the beam up. Word. Still all love for Steph, but light the beam. All right.
Word. So Timberwolves. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yes.
That was funny. Last game of the last game of the season. Last game of the season had last day of school vibes. You know, last day of school or last day before break, everybody want to fight.
Just do whatever.
Just all the wild things happen.
Every time we had a last day of school, like summer, I'm like, I'm about to pull the fire alarm. Every year, never failed. I was like, I'm gonna pull the fire alarm. Today, what they gonna do? Suspend me? School over. Niggas just doing nuthead shit, just thinking of shit you would never do.
Everybody was on.
I'm gonna do it on the last day.
Yeah, what they gonna do about it? Suspend you for next year.
Nah, they can't do that.
They sent Rudy Gobert
home. They can't do it.
They sent Rudy Gobert home for defending himself because Kyle Anderson called him
defending himself.
Kyle Anderson called him a B, and he swung.
You act like NBA players don't get called that shit every day.
No, cause remember, remember when Draymond called LeBron that, and LeBron made the whole point never to call a man that.
And then what did LeBron call Steph the next game? Stop. You play ball. You know that shit just be coming out. You don't be meaning like, yo, you actually a bitch.
No. It don't just be coming out.
When you talking trash or something, you ain't never say, oh, bitch. Like, it just happens.
No.
You ain't never called somebody a bitch before.
I mean, I have, and not playing ball, no.
Like, oh, you a bitch ass motherfucker. Like, you ain't never said that.
Whenever, listen, in a heated moment, probably, yeah, I've said it, but like, not
it's the heat of the moment.
Not just randomly. Okay, but no, I see. They
play 82 games.
I will. Sign me up. Where's my 10-day?
If you play 82 games with a nigga that you wanted to go block shots and he wasn't blocking shots,
yeah.
Rudy Gobert has the least amount of blocks since his rookie season where he played 9 minutes a game. That shit wouldn't piss you off?
Oh, it would piss me off. Listen, I feel Kyle Anderson. I respect Kyle Anderson calling Rudy Gobert out.
When Mario Chalmers did that shit to LeBron, you fucked with it, right?
What, when he
LeBron
did
said, when Mario Chalmers said that, but when Mario Chalmers told LeBron stop acting like a bitch, you liked it, right? It was cool, right? But when Rudy Gobert do it,
I saw no problems with it. I see no problems with this.
You say he was defending himself because he called him a bitch.
No problems with none of it, man. It's basketball. It's heated. It's they're competing at the highest level. I see no problems with it.
Nah, punching your teammate in the chest.
He didn't even connect. It was a straight.
It's crazy.
He didn't even connect.
Trying to hit your teammate in the chest
like,
in a do or die game.
If you want to punch, if you want to throw a punch, hit him in the face.
In a do or die game is crazy. Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
And then you got Jamin Downs going Amari Stoudemire, punching wall.
Okay, well, in his defense, he was punching like a curtain, and there was a wall behind it. He didn't know there was a wall behind it.
Yeah.
So in his defense, he wasn't just dumb and punched the fucking wall. It's not that.
Yeah.
So, but that's a huge blow.
Yes.
Like, he's a all-NBA defender. Like, that's a huge blow to the team. So, I think it's a bigger blow than Rudy Gobert.
And it was like, yo, they got KD, we got Jamin Downs. No, y'all don't. No, y'all don't.
Yeah. So,
man, free Ant, man.
Free Ant? What?
I'm just saying, free
Ant. You got a good squad.
You do have
a good squad around here.
You do got a good squad.
So then why you say free Ant?
I don't know. I feel like he should be like a star by now. Anyways, we ain't got nothing else. New words about Tariq, though.
You worried about me?
I said new words by Tariq.
Oh, yeah.
New words by Tariq. I know I've been saying new words coming soon, but I'm gonna stop pump faking. I'm gonna give y'all new words soon.
Boy, fucking mellow workouts. Fucking jabs and pump fake. No
jab stepping. I ain't gonna lie, I've been jab stepping. Typing a sentence and is doing whatever else. Jab
imagine being Carmelo and you work out and there's like certain times where you only work on jabs and pump fake. Like you literally don't shoot a shot for like 20 minutes.
No, you know how like you dribble the air basketball?
Yeah.
I know Melo be air jabbing. I know he be air jabbing.
I do.
Same.
I'll be like,
bro, I be at work long hours. I'll be like, cash. I did it once. My coworker looked at me crazy. I'm like, yeah, get used to this.
Oh, you said get used to this because that's what you do during work. Okay. I thought you meant like you was about to get in buckets or something.
No.
That's what I was saying.
She's new.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in once again. I meant to do this at the beginning of the show, but like, subscribe.
Damn, we did not do it at the beginning of the show. I'm bugging.
I meant to do it at the beginning of the show. I'm like, we gotta start.
Damn,
you gotta
I'm
start
really bugging.
doing this at the beginning of the show because you always forget. But yeah, like,
Damn, I'm bugging.
Share, subscribe, rate, all that good stuff. You see the like button down there? Go ahead and click it. If you are listening to us, give us 5 stars. Especially you listen this far, give us 5 stars. Cause I don't know if you listen this far and you're not giving somebody 5 stars, that's crazy.
What are you doing?
Podcast.
Honestly, what are you doing?
What are you doing with your life?
Support us.
Stars, man.
Come on now.
Tap into my Pussy Media, Instagram,
Okay.
Twitter, TikTok, the website,
everything.
Bag of chips. Bruh, y'all want to tap in for sure. Because it's about to get crazy with W season coming up, with playoffs coming up. Y'all know who to tune into. It's the Hoodie and Headband. Nobody else. Well, no, tune into our Multiplicity brothers. You know. But, and sister, shout out to Lexi. But, yeah. Support the squad. Support us. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Peace, love, positivity. I'm tired.